Welcome. I'm Kinetic Symphony. I hunt down and report on mysterious and weird true stories, from glitches to the paranormal. Case file number 276, written by Prior Data 8692. Mushroom lawnmowers and dancing. Quite a day. When I started looking for apartments, I was told to find the most eccentric of characters in either a roommate or a landlord. I got the latter. Barry's a bit of an oddball, but I can never figure out his past, especially since his house I rent my garage apartment through is so nice. The options were, he either was always a hippie and he just stumbled on some money in life by chance, or he's one of those new wave faux hippies who were too young when the summer of love happened. One afternoon, coming home from work, I see him in the front yard riding his lawnmower. Looked like he was just getting started, and he tends to stay on that sweet ride until the whole job is finished. I wave at him and go inside. I still hear the mower running. On weekends, I try to convince a friend to let me crash at their place, just so Barry's lawnmower that sounds like 10,000 angry bees doesn't wake me up so early. But this was odd, because I still heard the lawnmower running and changing direction in the front yard. But then old-timey swing music started playing above my apartment in the main house. My landlord loves to dance and practices constantly, even by himself. The dancing could go on for hours. So the landlord was mowing the lawn while dancing upstairs? He never ever had any guests over, so I was perplexed. Then I looked out my window and saw him picking through herbs and gourmet mushrooms he grows in the backyard. It was him because he was wearing the same outfit I just saw. Thinking maybe he just stopped the mower, I realized I can still hear it, and it was now following a pattern of mowing the side of the house and front yard. The music was also still playing, and I heard his distinct, rhythmic footsteps echoing under the band instrumentals. When I asked him about it, he had no idea what I was talking about, while also looking unfazed. He responded by telling me he'd be putting new mulch down that Saturday morning after a round of mowing. How was he in so many places and doing so many things at the same time? Case file number 277, written by Shader 0. A combo of milk, orange juice, and teleportation. The other day, I went to the grocery store and got a new jug of orange juice. I already had one at home, but the orange juice in it was almost gone. When I got home, I started unpacking my bags. I opened the fridge to put in the orange juice, and the old orange juice was on the second shelf of the fridge. I put the orange juice on the top shelf, and then I continued to unpack the grocery bags. About 20 to 30 minutes after I was done unpacking, I went to pour myself a glass of orange juice. The newer orange juice had pulp, and the old one didn't. When I opened the fridge, the old orange juice was on the top shelf. I didn't notice that it was the old one at first, so I took it out and poured myself a glass. The jug emptied fairly quickly, so this confused me. I went back into the fridge and looked for the new orange juice that had pulp. It was completely gone, and on the second shelf, instead of orange juice, there was milk. The thing is, I already had a carton of milk, which was on the door shelf. So yes, I got a very large combo glitch. The orange juice disappeared, the other one teleported, and the milk duplicated. This is the first time I've ever had something like this, so it's very strange to me. If you're enjoying this video, consider giving it a like. Now on to the next story. Case file number 278, written by Forever Adapt. A case of trousers, but one shouldn't exist. Last week, I bought a pair of funky-looking second-hand trousers from a seller on Depop. I've had my eye on them for a long time, as I have a very specific taste for floral trousers with an elasticated waist. So today, a parcel arrived via Hermes. Hooray! My trousers had arrived. They were packaged in a purple bag and wrapped in tissue paper. Upon trying them on, I was a tad disappointed because they were a bit big on me, but nothing a little needle and thread couldn't fix. About an hour later, I received a parcel from Royal Mail, so a different courier from the first, in different color bag packaging, pink. The item inside is also wrapped in tissue paper, similarly to the first. I opened it, and it's the exact same pair of trousers. The only difference is that it's a size smaller than the ones that I had originally purchased and arrived earlier in the day. My first instinct was that the seller had two pairs and accidentally sent both out to me. but I've just heard back from them and they have no idea what has happened either. Does anyone have any rational explanation for this? Because I can't figure out one. Also, important to note, as well as having been sent by different couriers, the mystery one had no return address on it, whereas the one I purchased had one. If anyone knows what happened, please share. Case file number 279, written by Fwde. When a car goes from one model to the next in 5 seconds. So last year, I was working at a customer service role at an insurance company, over the phone work. We got a 20-minute morning break, 30-minute lunch, and a 20-minute afternoon break. During my lunch break one day, I went to sit in my car out in the park and eat my food, to make it easier to have a smoke before going back inside. Plus, then I could listen to music while I eat. Basically, I'm a car enthusiast, and I tend to notice cars and their registration plates in passing. My eyes just sort of automatically go to cars and their plates and take them in by habit. I was walking towards a smoking area and noticed a red Vauxhall Opel Astra 2013 model up ahead, slowly starting to reverse out of a parking space. I go to the smoker's area just behind the wall next to the Astra, which was reversing. I lit up my cigarette and turned around again to face the car, I guess to judge their driving skills, and instead of being a red Astra, it was now a red Audi A1 with the exact same registration plate, backing out of the parking space where the Astra had been not even 5 seconds ago. I watched it drive out of the car park and onto the road in complete shock. I thought about it constantly for the next week, and it started to make me feel sick and question everything in life the more I thought about it. Not really had anything else weird like this happen to me before, and I hope it doesn't, because it really freaked me out. Edit. Extra. Actually, I think it was literally the day after, or a couple days later, not 100% sure, but me and a load of people around me, friends and family, all felt this one particular day felt weird. It was just coming into summer, and the air was really weird, like nothing felt real for the whole day. I messaged a few friends and told them how weird the day feels, and then a few other friends also messaged me saying they feel like today is a really weird day. I think it was around July or August 2020, but I'm just putting that down there to change the air, etc. That happens with a change of season. Never felt that before though. Case notes, file number 279. So I'll just dive in here and say this is probably quantum crossover. It really is the most common glitch outside of losing objects like my tennis balls. You walked from the parking lot just a little bit and the car that you saw morphed. I couldn't say there's any logical explanation to that besides being in a different universe. And then you mentioned that things felt weird after. Although it is strange that your friends also felt weird because they wouldn't have crossed over to the same universe you did. If something big happened in the original universe and multiple people died, they don't jump to the same universe altogether. Or do they? Bonus file, written by Aragawa, when a witch orders a pizza. So I was making a pizza delivery tonight. I live in a rural town, and the last order of the night was to a house I've never been to before. The address was deep in the woods, about 3 miles from the main road. I'm on a rough dirt path when I see a few guys outside a trailer, so I asked if they were the address I was delivering to. They said, "To hell with that place. It's on the road. Good luck." I should have turned around then and there. I find the trailer at the end of the path. Next to it was an abandoned 2-story concrete building that gave off ill vibes. I knock on the door and wait, looking over my shoulder the whole time. A lady finally answered the door, and she had to be about 120 years old or something. She touched my hand. Hers felt colder than ice, and she said, "Such young skin," in a scratchy old lady voice. At this point, I'm already freaked out. I got back to my car to get the hell out of Dodge, but got my phone to get a picture of the building first. My phone's screen starts flickering rapidly, losing connection to the Bluetooth. My car auto-switched to the radio upon losing connection, and the stations were cycling insanely fast. This was faster than manual or auto possibly could go. During the cycling, I heard the most god-awful growling sound my ears have ever heard. At this point, my hair is on end, my heart is racing, and I'm sweating as if I ran a marathon. I hit 80 miles per hour on dirt back to the main road. What the hell did I just experience? Any ideas? Was it a witch's house, a satanic worshiper? If you have any ideas, I'd like to hear them. Thankfully, I'm home now, because that was the most scared I've ever been. And keep in mind, I've been face to face with a mother bear.